some sutta, and then suddenly I went to one section, Lakhan Sanyukta.
Lakhana Sutta.
Sanyukta, SMB. And yes, I just going one, and then it's reached there. And in there are two Vagga, Pratham Vagga and second Vagga. It's when Mughlayan saw the vulture is coming from the mountains and see the vultures, and there is a flesh line and skeleton line. I think you are aware. So in that all that many of the explanation, very few people has did this five Anantariya Papa Karma. Is nobody killed of all of them. Nobody Buddha not told them they did from father kill or mother kill or Arahat kill or the bloody blood from the Buddha and then Sangha. But still they reach to a particular realm which is going to last realms or because it should be one of five, to reach to that particular realms.
One of five? What do you mean one of five? There's six of them.
Yeah, six. So, but they out of that explanation, they are just killing the animals and they reach to that particular stage.
Yeah, there is another sutta, right, where it says that there are situations when the person has done good deeds but went to a bad realm, and person who has done bad deeds going into the good realm. Have you gone through that sutta?
Yeah, we know. I know. We have explained it that last long time back.
Yeah. So in the end, what comes up, that will take over.
Means it's not necessary that Anantariya Pap Karma only will result into the particular relief. That is for guaranteed 100%.
Yes.
But the other one is you don't have a guarantee, but you can land anywhere.
So the best way is to be on that forever.
Yeah, best I know. Just asking is how can it happen, because it should be on 6 hour Anantari Pap Karma to result in going there.
No, that's correct. But it can happen. It can happen. He doesn't have Anantariya Papa Karma, but then the situation such comes that it will take him there. It will take him to a higher realm, even though there's a condition that he has done something which he should have suffered, or that being should have suffered. It can happen. So if you see many suttas, even the one which we were referring to, it's one's own wish. So if you want to wish, you have to be on that all the time.
Okay, that's as per the as you develop your mentality at the time it will come back.
Yeah, because we have different. See, now when I'm here in this human realm, there are different things which are happening. So the mind is distracted and many things. But it doesn't mean that all of them will get fruits. Just like you're throwing seeds everywhere, that doesn't mean that all the seeds are going to sprout. Only if the condition is matching, then there's a sprouting of the seed. If there is no condition matched, then even though the seed is there, it doesn't get sprouted.
Yeah, that means that's why the people are worried. The analogy what I am thinking is on that sutta reading. That's why people are worried that not only Anantari Pap Karma, other karma also can bring you to the lower realms. So it's become a Shutapanna is a must to know. That's why the analogy.
Exactly. So the thing is like this. We believe in God because we don't know how it works. Actually, we don't understand why do we believe in God. We believe in God not because we want to believe in God. We believe in God because we don't know how it works. So there should be some security somewhere that at my dying moment, I get someone to take me to a good realm or good existence. Okay, now you see, I'm here, I'm doing pretty good. Now these people are taking care of me, and um, so much of prosperity, abundance, whatever you want to call. So I'm living in a royal life, but it is temporary. Each day going is closing near death. So if I were to take it, let's say my tenure in this place is going to expire on Jan 10th. Let's take this as a heaven kind of a state. And going back home is a hellish kind of state. Let's put it as an example. Okay. I don't want to go to hell. Okay. But the condition is like that. I don't have a choice, Ashwin.
Condition is like that.
Condition is like that. Now, why I can't be chosen to be here?
It's condition.
Exactly. So now I don't know what condition made me to lose this for a hellish life from 11th of Jan. See the Yama, who is a lord of death, has told me that we last 11th, 10th, you're out of this place. Now I don't want the peace around here. I mean, there's nothing. It's just trees and greenery and everything around. There's nothing which is troubling me. And all along, myself, Bobby, and Viren, and Daniel, the only job we have on hand is to close our eyes and go in meditation. Nothing else we are doing. And Shaniel doesn't like any one of us to talk also. So he would say, it's too much. Don't talk. So then you're supposed to just close your eyes and sit. So from this life, supposing I were to love this life, is I'm going to the hellish life. Now, what made me land there? So I have to rely on God. Even though I have made sufficient merit, but beyond 10th, beyond 9th of Jan, it's not going to be. So now I landed here on 30th. So 30th went away, no matter what I did. First went away, now we are on 2nd. What do we do? So you require God. Because on 10th of January, I need an assurance from God that I will not be tortured. But I'm going to a place of torture, but I will not be tortured.
Yes.
So what do we do now? See, whereas Bobby is going to continue enjoying as much as he wants. Now, what do we do? And he can come here as many number of times. He can stay here. He can go back, and he can be dropped, or he can be picked up, and everything he can do. But in my case, I have to go back to hell.
Bobby will take seriously.
Yeah, even after becoming Arhat, he is asking me, even after becoming Arhat, you have to go to a hell. Yeah. The flight I'm taking is directly leading me to hell. And it is a non-stop flight also. At least it had some stops I could have understood. Okay, you're landing in Changi International Airport and it's better, few hours. You're sitting in another heaven, so-called heaven, and then, but no, I have chosen a flight which is directly to hell. It is called DTH, direct to hell. So once I land in Bangalore, the chaos starts. So then what to do? And now I have no idea who is going to call me again. So I have to plead, boss, you do something. So we require karma. Then if God is not picking me up, and then who will pick me up? And then I think it's karma. Right? That's the second thing. So, or I have to take another route saying that I don't have sufficient parmis. And then why am I going back? I shouldn't go back at all. I would prefer staying here. If you could give me an answer to this, then you can get the answer to the sutta. Ashwin, can you help me being here? And our friend Viren is not even talking. He takes care of immigration. He should do something.
Both gods are there.
See, this God is sitting here. He's silent except for laughing. Okay, and that God is the actual God. He can do something. He can, make some magic and say that, okay, you don't have to go.
Bit more powerful God.
Yeah, he's a more powerful God. And another powerful God is missing in action. He just disappeared from the scene. Okay, maybe he's a Brahma realm. He went around somewhere.
I'm in the lowest.
Yeah, you're in a lower God realm. But basically, tell me one thing: why am I going back to hell? If I could take a camera and show to you, it is so nice here.
Avidya, it's not a, it's Avidya.
What?
It's Avidya.
Avidya, okay.
You're thinking it's a hell. It's not a hell. It's a good place.
Which one?
As per you, it's a hell.
Yeah, it is, right? No, see,
it's a good place.
I can make hell the best place. I can make heaven on earth, which is heaven on hell. Meaning, I can consider heaven while staying in hell. That's fair. That's a fair argument. And I can consider heaven as hell if I make my life hell. Meaning, I'm staying here, but I'm worried and I'm not sure, I'm not feeling happy, and I'm feeling lost without my family. I'm thinking about them, and I'm counting days. Oh, 3 days over, or another so many days to go, 4 days over, so many days to go, and the last date comes. I feel, wow, what a relief. So I'm going back home. Right? I can make hell here and heaven there, or I can make heaven here and hell there, or best option, remove hell and heaven itself. Then there's no establishment anywhere. So if I continuously ruminate in my mind that this is heaven and that is hell, and this is heaven and that is hell, so on 10th of Jan, I would have to cry here because you know what? I don't have to tell you where I'm going. Again, the cows will be shitting around and the dogs will be doing something and the human beings will be acting crazy and you have to take care of them, and then there's huge traffic and a lot of sound and a lot of overwhelming things happening around. And if Aryu was there, he would say that I don't know how you drive here, you cut lanes and you cut everything, and then you have to do all of that. So it's a most indisciplined way of living. But that's hell. Or don't have any concept of heaven and hell. These are the only two things you can have. In the dying moment, this is going to come. Because I'm actually strengthening that practice. So it comes.
No. Okay.
Okay. So that's why the reason that sutta is that even though you have not done the anantarya papa karma, but you are mentally you're ruminating it, so it obviously land up there. Because in the end, it will establish where it is stronger. It's like fire. That's the reason in the Mahatanha Sankaya Sutta, it's a beautiful sutta for this, is wherever the fire is, I mean, where the wood is, the fire will catch that. So if I'm in this condition and I'm wanting to be in this place, and I seriously desire, and I get the 5 things which is there in that sutta which we covered a few days ago. One is that I have sila, okay, and then I have saddha, then I have what I can say, I have sutta, I have some knowledge, and then the only thing I need to do, if not born in that hell, is to let go of it. That means if I let go of India in my mind, I will never be born in India. So how are you born in India? When you're outside India, you think about India. Like what Bobby does, he follows what is happening in India. And yesterday Viren was saying that since we are Indians, we would like to, that means he is connecting it, right? That means he's not done tyaga. That means he's not given up. See, he's got a good environment here, actually. There's nothing he needs to do. But still, the mind will say, I think you should know what is happening there. So he's creating a near shore, staying in the far shore, or he's doing a far shore and staying in the near shore. Australia is a near shore, but he's creating a far shore. So the consciousness will latch on to that and start. So what would happen? He'll start following videos, and this one, he'll always be in that. So at the dying moment, it picks that.
After listening so many years with you, it's very easy to understand where you are born, going to born. Very easily you can understand.
Yeah. So I was telling Bobby last year that why do you have to think about India?
I think good to remember.
Yeah,
But it's very easy.
Stop it.
I think at least.
Not nearly. STOP. Stop. Because you're creating an environment where see, what does a consciousness do? It latch on to something. So here, while here you create a far shore, and it latches onto that far shore. So it makes this near shore a far shore. So then it becomes near. So this thing pulls.
Yeah. Even though you're sitting here.
You're sitting here, but you're there. It's dangerous. As long as you want to be the Buddha, then makes sense.
It is that time, is it? It's not now.
See, that is the Metteya Buddha will come, and whenever he comes, it comes. So the basic aim here is like this. If you want to be born in India, it's a good thing to be born in India, because if you want to see the hell and practice, that's the best place to be. Meaning you want to see how the being will suffer for everything, for basic necessity to everything. You can watch it, and that gives you dispassion. So the difference between staying here and staying in India is here it is passionate. So here you can develop self-view. It's always about myself. So it's mine, this is mine, and that is mine. like that. In India, anybody can take anything from you at any point in time. So let's say you have a land, somebody can just take off the land from you and create some duplicate documents and prove that it's not yours, and then you keep on fighting in court and etc. Like what Nitin is facing today. So one temple has taken over his land, and now he doesn't have a choice.
He also had some issue.
I think you also had issue with the land. Not that kind. In the case of Nitin, he's almost sure of losing the land. Okay, so basically what it teaches you is that nothing is yours. If you want to know nothing is yours, you stay in India. So ultimately you will attain liberation. That doesn't mean that all Indians will get liberation. So they keep on fighting for survival, and then after a while they give up. Right? If you come here, it's peaceful. This is peaceful, this is excellent, but you will die. But till the time you're here, you feel extremely happy because it's so silent. Nobody is asking you to do anything in particular. And it just makes whatever you want to make. And no, the Dhamma, see, when you say where the Dhamma, you are doing it. It's not the Dhamma is. Yeah, that's, I understand, Viren. But when we say Dhamma is a nature. So that if you understand the nature, what's happening outside, the same thing is happening inside. So it will never change. It can never change irrespective of what the person thinks. So if you say that I won't be born in a land where Dhamma is, it will never going to happen. It's like somebody follows the rule of the nature, somebody doesn't follow the rule of nature. Example, I was telling him we were looking at the leaves. He's in his backyard garden, right? So you can either put the saplings and then make it grow, or you can see the other side of it. As it grows, it's going to wither away and die. That's the law of nature. So if you want to understand anicca, you don't have to go in search of anicca. It's just in your backyard. Does that mean all Buddhist countries which are there today, they have been hearing Dhamma and they are doing that? No. You just go to Bangkok, okay, the place where I was staying, just few yards, there is this big monastery. And few roads, it's full of, what is there in Bangkok. So how can two of things flourish at the same time? No, only you have interest. so you can't say the entire country. I got it. So the basic thing is you will never be born where Dhamma is. You will be born near where Dhamma can be penetrated. So irrespective of where you're born, you will get attracted towards Dhamma. That can happen. Yeah. So then when you're here, why do you have to think about the far shore? Then it becomes a problem. That's exactly that sutta is. That monk is thinking of the far shore while he is in the near shore. So then what happens? You are connecting from here to there. So this becomes otherwise. So that's the reason it's called as viparinami. Parinami means as desired, as expected. Viparinami is that you expected to be there, but you made sure that there is removed and became here. So it just landed there. So out of the three gods, who is going to help me not to go back? Can anything be done? So now you would have to go by this method, saying that it is destined. So can I now make far shore sitting in that near shore? Yes, you can. You can connect back and keep on meditating on that. That's what meditation means. You're repeating the cycle. Then when you repeat it, at the dying moment, it picks up this and cuts off that. So then you're here. And now while you're here, you start thinking, oh, this is not the place I need to be. Oh, sorry. Then you again meditate on something else. So this is a repetitive process. And that's the reason you need to cut off that repetition. So first step is sensual cutting. Second step is jhanic cutting. And the third step is ending. Yes, because you have to cut the sensual completely. One of the mistake is, what I feel is that I should attain jhanas. Then I can directly enter into that one. It's not. It's always gradual, step by step. So first is sensual. To cut the sensual, you should have something which is better than sensual. That is jhana. Now, if I get jhana, I'm stuck in jhana. It's fair because there's again a rebirth. So what has happened is that has become a near shore for me. While here, that's my near shore. So when I'm in that near shore, let's say if I die at that moment, I'm in that shore. So out of the 8 jhanas, somewhere I'm going to get reborn. This is fair. So did I cut off the sensual? Yes, you're not going to come back. Excellent. So then there's no need for thinking about will I be born in Australia, America, India, where it is nothing of that sort. So there's no womb existence, which cuts off this cycle here. No. If you are in jhana and you have attained nirodha, cessation, or sorry, suspension of consciousness, then the womb cannot take it. No womb can take it. Now when you say womb, it means that this consciousness has to become very minute, anu, atomic, and then fit in a womb and then starts growing from there. So that doesn't happen. Then it remains as it is. If it remains as it is, that means womb cannot take it.
So that's
As an anagami. Because that's why this is called as non-returner. Because you cannot return to womb existence. Yeah, no, what Buddha says is that, yeah, you can do that and you can go to that realm. After passing that realm, you'll come back to the same existence, this existence. You'll come back. But you will not go to the lower existence, but you'll come back to human existence. Now the question comes, do you want to come to human existence or you don't want to come to human existence? What no? No for what? And then you have to become anagami. So you have to follow the process which will take you to anagami. See, nobody gives you a free ticket for sure. You have to work towards it and then you get the ticket, then you fly. There's no free. That's unfortunate, but nothing can be done. Yeah. See, I was telling Shaniel, is that there's one sutta, what he's saying. The person has done good deeds, but in the end he goes down. I mean, he's not done the anantarya papa karma. That means he's not killed his parents, he's not done any one of those. So this question, Ashwin's question is, why? So I was telling that the sponsor is sitting here anyway, you are not there, so you are going somewhere. Then he's here, okay, and he's an immigration guy, couldn't do anything better than what I am now, and I have to depart from this place. That means I have to die from this place on 10th of Jan and go to hell. So what mistake I've done to go back to hell? Yeah, it has to be thought about, right?
I was guessing even after becoming a
Yeah, I have to go back to hell. So the only answer I can give is that I have to complete the journey. You chose earlier, so you've been given that. Now you have a good deed, so you're coming here, and then you finish that, and you go back. Wishing for it, I wish. See, even I'm telling he's not showing any kind of compassion. Okay, you tell me the date, but still it's a date. Even if he gives me till 27, and still a date. Still have to go back. Okay, out of compassion, I'll give you 37, but still you have to go back. Okay, till you die. Till a date? Till a date? So, is it worthwhile to stick my neck in Australia, or is it worthwhile to cut the journey? Yeah, that makes more sense.
Dangerous business.
It's a dangerous business. I can negotiate, and he's sitting there.
To God.
I can privately tell him.
Yeah.
Do something about PR.
Same thing we are doing in our prayers to God, right?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we're doing, because we are so. See, this insecurity is that it's not about dying. We are okay to die. The question is where you will be reborn. That's the reason you require God.
Yes.
Otherwise, there's no need for any God. If you know where you're getting reborn.
Some people try to think that, after death, everything will finish over.
No, that's what. Three things will come.
Yeah.
If I don't get God, I see God, and then I find that God is not doing anything to me.
Yeah.
And I see he's doing everything to Bobby. So I lose faith in God. Right? Because I see he's not doing anything. Whereas Bobby is not even going to a church or temple or whatever it is, and he doesn't even say, I don't care which God is that. But he's happy. I don't know how. So then I choose to say it is random. Ahetuka. There's no cause.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how this guy is.
It's very difficult to figure out.
Exactly. So what they did is, they came up with a nice idea. They came up with a lama who can do that for them. So you bring a priest, and every religion has a priest. The priest's job is to do something.
Yeah, some mediation.
Some between God and this person is this priest who is going to say, don't worry, I am there.
Yeah. But there's no.
Why?
Some word.
The lama is there, right? Amitabha. See, all of this is to say what? You will go to Pure Land. What is Pure Land? Where you will not suffer. How will you not suffer? By believing in Amitabha. Simple. They made him Amitabha Buddha. So Vairochana is another Buddha. So you have 5 Buddhas. So then you go totally in a different direction because of insecurity. So Nirchen Buddhism, that is in Japan, even in Seoul, Korean, they have a different kind of Buddhism. So each of these Buddhisms have different ideas about how they don't call God, but these deities are going to do something. Something. They will ensure they catch hold of you and then transport you from here.
I think basically all this, you have that identity, right? That
Yeah.
you is there.
I need to be there. It's all about safeguarding the I, myself. So tell me what you can do for me after this class anyway, obviously. So if you can do something, then that will work. Now, by the way, Bobby had a question. Yeah, go ahead.
It's connected, or that's why I didn't.
No, it's forget about that. That's over.
Bobby, come to camera. Yeah. Good.
What's that?
Bobby, we can't see in the camera, so you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they can see you. If you are able to see here, that means they are able to see you.
Sometimes the screen becomes shorter and all,
No.
when you're seeing the other computers.
No. Yeah, wait a second, Dario. Yeah, Dario, go ahead.
No, I think the background is blurred, so we cannot see these people's face very well. So, I mean, if you're doing this setting, maybe you can unblur it.
I'll try to do that.
I don't need to see. Okay.
Let's see all the
Always blurred too. Invisible.
You're invisible, will make you visible. Hold on. Where is that? Mara?
Not trace you.
Cannot trace you. Cannot trace your footprint.
Yeah.
Background and effects. Able to see? Now, even if I remove this, it's not working. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's
It's fine.
It's happened.
I think it's still there. Maybe from another system. Maybe the Apple one is doing one layer, Google is doing another. We'll see later. Now it's still not.
Okay. Here, there's no blur in the Apple. Okay, anyway. Whatever we get, we get. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, like I was asking, it's for the benefit of everyone. I was asking Vilashi that the highest goal of any human being, according to the Dhamma, what we are learning, is coming out of raga, desha, and moha. So that is basically you've done the job. So when people do that, or they say that it is over, I think the normal people have very high expectations of.
Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. When people did that, have done it, people like normal people who are below them have high expectations that they treat them like perfect or 100%. So it is about what I understand is raga, dvesha, and moha is gone. But when I see Vilashi or Sheniel, I see him as the same figure, same type of physical actions, physical appearance, or even the vocal actions, vocal how we speak and everything. It has a lot of same thing from last time I've seen him, and some habits and everything. So I was what I understood is that it is a thing which is gone from the mind, that is raga, desha, and moha. So for the benefit of everyone, like if you can explain that, what is that is remaining, for that the people get confused that not to treat them like highest god or something.
Maybe I'll ask him to answer.
Yeah, they are normal people. So it is for the benefit of everyone. I was asking this question.
Yeah, so the thing is like this. First and foremost, what is an arhat? Ari means enemies. Hat means is to kill. So raga is an enemy, dvesha is an enemy, moha is an enemy. So if you remove all of that, you become selfless. That doesn't mean that all the self you had ever would also evaporate. That wouldn't be the case. So, thing is, if somebody comments in a normal case, or even in anagami stage, or even a sakadagami or sotapanna stage, there is a reaction that at least you will try to justify. Now, that justification has got nothing to do with the voice and the tone and all of the habit patterns what the person has. when he is removed Raga Dvesha Moha. Now, first, before we enter there, we need to know what is Raga Dvesha Moha in the first place. So, basically, the Moha means delusion. What are you deluded about? Is the question. You're deluded about the world. Deluded about what world? Deluded about the existence. That means you firmly believe that you and everything around exist. And then it is non-negotiable to lose anything. So the basic idea is to protect it. So I protect my family, I protect my house, I protect this, I protect that, I take insurance and this and that and so many things just to make sure
Identity.
identity is maintained. So the one of the way of maintaining identity is to have a bank balance, money, because that makes you buy something. Otherwise, you're dependent. Then for the money, you need to also have a family. So that's the next dependency. So then you create this with this. So it makes your life secure. Your life secure means the identity is safeguarded. To earn the money, there should be some livelihood. So you have to go and hunt. So that hunting is replaced by going to a job. But you basically are hunting. You're actually doing the same thing, but in the name of a job. And when you hunt, you require some kind of moral support, one. And two is that some kind of appreciation that you have hunted very well.
Yeah. Some praise.
Some praise. And then you say that, oh, you have hunted very good, you're excellent, now you're a best hunter. So sales is all about hunting new markets, right? So then you new avenues and all of that. So the more I do it, my identity gets more and more boosted, and I feel invincible, right? And then I have good home, a lot of properties, and a lot of offices everywhere, and then wow, I've done it. Great. That's the highest of self-identity, which I want to safeguard it. So then I create a legacy, my legacy. So I'll put my, not only name, my vision, how it should be, and all employees coming into my office, it's my office, right?
Yeah.
So they have to follow what I have written there.
Roles.
Not roles, my vision, my mission. Right? So there's a vision and a mission. In any company, you have vision, mission and vision.
Yes.
You like it or you don't like it, I'm paying you salary, you better
Do that.
follow what I have written there. Okay. So then when they enter my office, it means they're entering inside me, right? So now I own you. This is the highest point. Suddenly, you let go of it because you understood it's untenable, meaning you find it doesn't stay. Market is not in your control. It is dependent on this demand. What you do has got nothing to do with what the market does. Then you sit and realize, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Political leaders can change it.
Can change it. Then some rule can come which will make you pay more money or whatever it is. So then all of that will happen.
70% of the tax.
Whatever. So you're screwed. Absolutely. Then you see your children. They are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
They don't listen to what you say. Then the wife never listens to what you say. She will do her thing. Then you start to realize, who is there for me? No one. So one fine day, I have some 10 bottles of beer, and that gives me enlightenment. That there's nothing in this world which gives me happiness. It was an illusion. So the moment I finish my last drink, something strikes in me that there's nothing, even this beer doesn't work. So my friend comes home and he says that, Vilas, let's drink. I say that I'm done. Enough is enough. So then the delusion went away. If the delusion goes away, that means I've seen anicca, the arising and passing, and also uncertainty of life, because the market is not doing well, so my company is getting screwed up, and people are quitting, and they are no longer my employees or my employees, they have become some other employees, and all of these things is happening. So I am helplessly watching, and I let go of it. Then what happens? I've seen the uncertainty. All that I wanted to do is make it certain. So then I find life is uncertain. Everything is uncertain. So there's no point. So I've seen the dukkha, the suffering of making it certain. It's uncertain. It cannot be done. So I just throw the bucket and then done with it. So the atta, I will,
It is
dissolved. Then the raga is gone. Because if you exist, the raga exists. If you don't exist, where the raga will come, where the desire will come, there's nothing to desire now. And because of that, there's no dvesha, there's no aversion. So then you're in nibbana, which is actually boring. So once I get this, I feel bored of everything around it, because I can't really enjoy anything now. I did all of this.
to be enjoying or happy.
Now the happiness is nothing. And that's the ultimate happiness. In fact, when I was bored, I should have seen that that is what nibbana is. There's no raga, so you'll not possess, you'll not go behind it. If you don't get it, you don't have a dvesha there. And getting that is giving you happiness is moha. All the three gone, you start to see everywhere and you feel nothing. Then you walk out, you don't know why are you walking. And then you sit here, you feel, what is there to sit? Okay, stand. Okay, what is there to stand? So you thoroughly get confused on day one that what is happening? Maybe I'm hallucinating, but the second day also continues the same way. Third day continues the same way. Now somebody comes along and says that, Vilas, you were drinking a lot. Yeah, it was true. How can you be drinking? And what I can say, yes, I was drinking. That has followed through, right? That black color line has followed through. Now what to do? Earlier, I used to justify. I used to drink because of, how tension is, you don't know. Now I say, your company is not doing good. Yeah, I know. What do you mean you know? You should do something. What is there to be done? Whatever has to be taken care will take care.
Justification is gone.
Justification is gone. So you accept to whatever is happening rather than reacting to it. But you will take action, but that action is so thought about that even if it doesn't work, you're not worked up.
Yeah.
If it works,
Good.
you're not celebrating.
Yeah.
That's all what it is. So the basic thing is, if you are an arhat, that doesn't mean that something is going to happen. There'll be bulbs coming around his head, and then some light will come, and then the other person will see and say that
Some flying in the sky.
No, psychic power is a different thing altogether than this. A halo behind all of all of that will not come. What would happen is something different.
He doesn't eat anything or drink anything.
No, nothing like that. if the bee stings, there's a pain.
Yeah.
it just did.
Yeah.
So he was saying, let's see what happens. How much can you tolerate? Yeah. So it sting. He took out that needle from.
Oh, it was there.
It was there. It was there here. So he just took it out, and it has become big, and that's it. So whenever it has to go, it will go. Right? Then the reaction is not there, fair. But that doesn't mean that that poor guy doesn't even get pain feeling. He would get. If there is air con he's putting, there's a pleasure feeling because there's no sweating. But there is no reaction to the sweat saying that, oh, why am I sweating, or why am I getting this? If that wouldn't be there. So Arihat actually is from two words, Ari and Hat. As Hat is to kill, Ari is enemy. Another word is, another way to define that is, Ari means is to circle around it. Yeah, so then the circling is cut. So there's no longer any circling for existence or non-existence. So you have, how many bhava are there? You have kama, you have rupa, arupa. All the three are cut. So that means you can't come in any existence. I mean, that consciousness cannot exist anywhere. So basically, if somebody is from the beginning very soft-spoken person,
He'll continue.
he'll continue being soft-spoken and not become a different kind of a person. Or if somebody is a very like me, no matter how much I try, I can modify, but I can't become somebody else because there's no becoming. So somebody would say, you talk too harsh. Maybe. Just like that, one set of monks go to the Buddha and say that this,
That Brahmin.
yeah, how can he be like that? He says he's an arhat. And because Buddha said as arhat, so they just sat silent, because now that top leader himself is saying that he's like that. Oh, maybe, yeah.
Who will say that?
Now, who will say? Number one. Number two, there's no biological changes. There are psychological changes for sure, but the habit patterns can be changed, can be modified to a greater extent. No, greater extent, but need not be a fully, on
Samma Sambuddha way, right?
Yes, that is, after getting enlightened, the person will come and sit like this and say, yes, my child. That might not happen. That will be too much far-fetched imagination. But there is no interest on anything whatsoever to possess. See, the possession is that the self has to exist. Without self, there can't be anything to possess. It's just like I possess myself, right? I possess my own self, and then that is what is making me either feel happy or sad. If there is no self, on what will you become happy? On what, gaining what will you become happy? Or on losing what will you become sad?
Actually, like once somebody's reached the goal and finished, and then from that time to die, definitely because of something, this big fight, or so much of pain he has to get, till the time he completely die.
Yes.
So at the time itself, that once he surely knows that he has finished the journey, that will give a relief, right? Because it is only till my death.
Yes. So now, if you take that, let's say that person is staying till 90 or 80 or whatever that age, only till this time I need to suffer.
Yeah.
And that's a last suffering.
Yeah.
It's like having a last supper. And that's it.
Yeah. So that thought itself is a relief.
It's a relief.
Even if you have to live in a very type of hellish atmosphere, after becoming until you die.
Yeah. So the hell is till another 40 years or 50 years maximum. And then hang your boots and that's it. So I don't have to go to the immigration fellow for giving me PR here in heaven, because staying in heaven is equivalent to hell.
Yeah, but
no,
the suffering what he has to undergo.
See, the sights will still remain. See, the thing is like this: dhite mattam bhavisati means you are seeing as seeing. There's no seer. So that doesn't mean when I reach back to Bangalore, I'm seeing as it was here. I'll be seeing what is being seen, but there's no reaction to what is being seen.
Couple of
reaction is a suffering.
A reaction is suffering.
Yeah, reaction is not.
I know physical pain won't.
Yeah, but let's say I am seeing somebody urinating on the wall near my home. I'm not. It never bothered me, but
Seeing.
at least the seeing, right? You're seeing it.
Yeah.
Now you feel disgusted. See, he's taken his thing out and he's urinating, and you're seeing it, and you're walking across there because you can't. There's one wall near my home. They put all God's symbols so that they don't urinate. But they have found a way out to urinate very next to that. So they all open up their things and urinate on that. Now you're seeing it. The cow urinates, and the next to that a human being also urinates. And the dog is also urinating. So now you're seeing all the three urinating. You find so blissed out. Oh wow, so nice. Right? So basically, and there is a pay and use toilet. If they had given 2 rupees, he would have gone inside and he would have done that. But that is empty.
Yeah, even from the suttas, many monks and even Buddha himself, after their enlightenment, you can read from the suttas, they are undergoing so much of pain. They say, I'm having physical pain, but the reaction.
Not the mental, not the mental
one, definitely. But they say it is a pain. Sutta says, it is a pain.
Yeah.
Like,
Physical pain you can't get it.
You can't.
But I'm saying it is not pleasant, right? It is.
So the question comes now, in the physical pain, can you make it pleasant? No. You can't. But that guy urinating is a mental pain to you. Can you make it pleasant? Yes, you can. Not by ignoring. Yeah, I can also just ignore and walk away. No. You're seeing it, but you're with wisdom that he is leaking it out there. This is his problem. So just walk. Few meters down the line, somebody slapping someone. Do you want to get involved with that thing? No. Otherwise, earlier I would have said, why are you hitting him? And then what's your problem? So now I will just leave him the way it is. Few meters down the line, 2 guys have hit their two-wheelers or scooters and they are quarreling on the road. And then what do you say? Nothing. You just walk past by. And there are 1 million people trying to climb into a bus because it's free. So people will climb on top of the bus and side of the bus and everywhere they could find it, including the driver place, and they all sit together and see that, and then you see whether they're cows or they are sheep and humans. They all look the same.
Yes, there is a difference, definitely. But
Yeah.
here bus is all free, and mostly when I travel, it's empty. I thought, my God, I'm owning this bus. Just traveling. There is a comfort.
You should ask them to transfer to Bangalore.
Yeah.
But anyway, so basically, when you're seeing this, you're not pained by that. And when I'm here, I'm not exuberant. Wow, and nothing of that is happening. So you lose that. That's all is going to happen. Because you know this is as unreal as that. They both. Yeah, maybe he should. I think.
Vilasji covered that. Sorry, I think Vilasji covered that really well, because for me it's been for me it's been 2 weeks, and yeah, that sense of suffering is gone, but that interest is gone too. So like and that drive, constant drive to get something or make progress somewhere is dissipated. So so physically I don't feel any changes. I'm feeling tired. Maybe my nervous system or whatever is undergoing some stuff. Psychologically, for sure, there's changes that have happened because that sense of self is not there anymore. So that means that I don't suffer. So whatever's going on, as Vilasji said, if there's things happening, I don't feel I need to interject myself anymore. I can just watch it go by. If I need to, I could do something, but most of the time I don't. And then, yeah, just suffering's not there. I can talk to someone could say things to me. It doesn't affect me at all. So it's that reacting is gone. And as Viren Bhai said, like, that reaction is suffering. So now there's no sense of suffering. Does it make me a god? No, I'm still a human being, you know? And am I perfect? No, I did many things as well in the past which were not perfect. But now, you know, those three things are gone. Greed, anger, delusion are gone. And suffering does not occur as a result. But it does seem like it's very peaceful, but it takes time to adjust, like for me, to adapt to this new way of being. Because it may seem boring in some ways. Like, you know, you always talk about boring. No, nothing to do, because that drive is gone. And I've been a very... Yeah, exactly.
No purpose.
Yeah, no purpose, because before we were always driven by that. And I was a very driven person throughout my life. So now it's like, oh, that itch is not there. So now it's like, okay, you adapt to that. And I think that is developing more and more, because when I sit for meditation now, naturally that starts to spontaneously arise. Compassion, like...
No, so what I was, what I observe in that, when Jaga, Desha, Moha is gone, these qualities of Metta, Karuna, that would remain, and that has to be maybe in a different stage for everyone. That qualities, right? That has to be developed. Developed, yeah. So that's what I understand. It's not that everybody is the same. Some, because when you take in the Pachak Buddha line, they just go away and meditate, and they don't even interact with any people.
No, the four Brahma Viharas have to be developed and come by default.
And I had developed them to a fair extent, because I was doing a lot of metta practice, mainly metta and upekkha.
Yeah, I mean, maybe more is required.
But now it is happening in its cycles. Like, one will arise, and it'll stay there for some time, then it'll transition to the next. It'll stay there for some time, it'll transition to the next. And so then it just cycles. And it's not like the same order as, like, this one will be there, and then I notice, oh, now...
It automatically happens?
Yeah, automatically. Now mudita is arising, and it'll stay there for some time. And then it'll go to karuna, and then back to metta, maybe mudita again, then upekkha. So that's what's happening for me. But
I think that is the only thing drive and till is
yeah.
this quality.
Ask me have a company.
Yeah.
And all of us. So that can't be without compassion. So you already have that. But I was just thinking from motivation point of view. So maybe
That's a motivation.
yeah, it is a kind of motivation. So which is good. And as you said, Vilaji said it develop over the period of time more and more with the timing. Yeah.
The case of Vilashi, I observe, is doing something related to
Yeah.
some kind of case.
Yeah. So like for because Shaniel lives here, so we can give more example of Shaniel ji, that he opened his home for all of us. So that is you can't do without compassion and love and all that. So I mean, if you can say, okay, that's my house, you have to make appointment before you come to visit me or whatever, but he doesn't do that way, So which is you can't do without compassion. Yeah.
And Vilasji said that the Sakadagami stage, that possessiveness goes. So now I don't feel this is my house, But for me, the thing is, it's adapting to this new way of being. All of those qualities are there, but it's like, okay, I have to ride that wave, because for 50 years of my life, it's all about
doing that.
doing, chasing,
Big transition, right?
Yeah, and now it's like, oh, that engine has been turned off. So it's like, oh, what do I do? Okay, I'm here, I'm peaceful, I don't suffer at all. Like even being stung by a bee or bitten by an ant, I'll feel the physical pain. The mental pain is, so it doesn't really bother you. Just keep.
So as Buddha said, like the 2 arrows, one of the arrow is gone.
One arrow is gone. So
And today it bit.
yeah, tested him out. So it's still a transition period for me, and I wanted to teach others whatever I knew even before this stage. It just happened a bit sooner than I expected.
We are lucky. We are very lucky.
So that was still my intention, but it's still there. Now we just need to see how the rest of it evolves. It's been interesting.
No, thank you very much. Answered my question. Yeah.
Anyone around with questions can ask. You can sit there.
I'll come up with.
Yes, Harry. For him, for me.
For both, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I guess this interest is an interesting word, right? I mean, sometimes it's hard to discern interest from a subtle craving, right? In that sense, I'm curious in terms of experience before reaching Arahat and after reaching Arahat. How does this interest to share alter in slightest terms? Does it?
Even before you come there, as a Sakadagami itself, there's only one interest. There's no multiple interests. See, the thing is possessive. Why are we possessive? Because we fear of losing it. Anything in life. So when we reach Sakadagami, it means that you loosen it out. Because you know it's not worth possessing anything. Especially in your case and his case and many other cases. If you have lost something like a wife or husband or whatever it is, meaning not death, but separation, you know that whatever can be possessed can also be removed of possession. It's a painful process. I might not have endured it, but you have endured, he has endured, Viren has endured. Maybe I and Bobby have never endured it. But I can understand the pain of separation. It's not easy. It's not only financially problem, but also psychologically. You have to undergo a lot of things because you have spent time with that person. Now, for whatever reason, you have to let it go. So, if you have moved into Sakadagami, that means you have seen the danger of possession of anything. So that means the 8 worldly way of looking at things itself is gone. So there's no interest any longer to possess. Okay. Let's say I still have possession. I would like to possess. Means that I have not even reached the second stage. That's a very clear indication. Let's say somebody comes home and then I'm very possessive about this and that and that and that. That means, like Apple, I'm very possessive about it and I need it at whatever cost. That means I've still not given up. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I can understand about possession, what you're saying, but sometimes it's, let's say you're not possessing for someone like previously, Lata was saying you're so adamant about making Bhat become enlightened.
Yes.
I'm sure you don't necessarily want to possess him, but that urge, right? Is that
yes, that goes down.
Is that a sign of not having reached Sakadagami or even after?
No, that is a different kind of interest or rather craving.
Yeah, that's the one I'm asking.
It is a Dhamma craving. There's there in the sutta also. The person gets hooked onto the Dhamma, that he wants that other person to get it at any cost. So then he will put so much of effort to do it. that will remain. That will go at Arhat, because there's no point even picking.
At Arahat, that urge
is also gone.
Right.
It's not that you don't care, but you're not possessive about he should know or she should know. So now I think Lata is not joined today. Otherwise, she could have said. I mean, now she believes that I'm really becoming compassionate than earlier, because I was hell bent on people to get it. You should get it. So now that is resolving or resolved. I don't have that much. If somebody says that this is not the way or that is not the way, or let's say they are hooked on to Goenka technique, I don't mind now. I feel okay, you want to continue, go and continue. But earlier I used to feel you should get it. You should come to this path and then finish it. Now I feel okay, it's fair. So I'm giving in to it rather than not able to give in. Yes, Madhukar, see you. Like that. So your possessiveness is driven by the interest. So you have a dhamma possessiveness, and that also will go away.
Got it. Yeah, thank you for explaining.
Yeah, sure.
So no compulsion.
Yes, me. I thought you were going to ask something. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, this is a question. What is it like to parent as an arahant?
What is like to do what? Parent. I'm still parenting, and I think he's parenting 4 children. I think you should ask him. Yeah. He has 4 of them. I have only 1.
What's it like? I still love spending time with my kids, you know. I don't see them as often, but that attachment there to control them is not there at all, you know. Because as parents, we're always trying to control our kids because we're worried about them and we want to make sure they're safe and secure. But now I don't have that. You know, even before that, I didn't have as much like attachment in the negative sense of the word towards my kids. You know, I'm always there. I support them. I spend time with them. I take care of all of their needs. But now it's like I know like they don't belong to me. I don't feel worried about them either. It's not there. You know, as a parent, you always have something, but now that doesn't seem to be there. You know, even that suffering of the kids, attachment to the kids is gone. Now, it doesn't mean I don't care about them at all. You know, when I think about it, like I want them to obviously, you know, be well and be happy and things like that. But I know I can't really control the outcome. So, how many kids do you have? 2.
Yeah, I've got 2.
How old are they?
They are 9 and 7.
Yeah, yours are a bit younger. Mine are like 20, 24 the oldest and 16 the youngest. So, you know, they're pretty much able to look after themselves, which makes it easier for me to let them go.
Oh, I thought they were
ask a
about 10.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that and ask.
Okay. See, actually, when you say that, you know, when you're as a father, you know, you still have that, you know, that way they should be happy and they should live in a good life. So, is that you have for the entire world or just is it, no? I'm just asking because is it because of the proximity? Because some people, you know, in this life, you know, we have come together, and you think you can have more kind of because of your past connections, you know, that you can talk to them, which you can't do with the other children, of course. But in the mental feeling, that feeling for everyone is almost equal, or
That's a very interesting question. Like, I'm just trying to like what I notice in my interactions with people, anyone that is in my life or comes in contact, like I have compassion and care for them, you know? whether it's all equal across the board, like I don't treat anybody different from my perspective, what I can feel. But I think naturally there are some people in my life, parents,
You connected with
kids.
Yeah.
But even that, like, there must naturally be some more connection there. But when I think about it, like even, like Tony, who was here, the maintenance guy, I have a lot of compassion and care for him too. And I try and treat them all well. Similarly, but I think you're right. Like the kids, they will, because of the history, there will be
that pasangara.
yes. Like when I see them, I react to them in a certain
what I
way.
want to try.
Yeah.
I also feel like that. It's not that for everyone you can't do something.
No, it's like you're not a robot where all of a sudden. So there
You can wish, right?
Yeah. But I do my best to treat people equally, whoever comes,
I also to that because what I notice from Shaniel, even I can give you my own example. Like day before yesterday, I think we were having lunch and something got stuck. I could not even breathe, and I just got up and could not breathe, and I was not yelling or anything like that. But the Shaniel was the first one. He got up straight away and he like thumping my back, like he was very caring and concerned what happened, like, so it was sudden reaction from him. So that, like, I thought about it. I said that's wow, that's very good. So that's what I'm saying, it's like
I understand that, because even that also, there is a proximity, right? Because we came here and he can do something, so that compassionate quality is there. But he will not, like, somewhere it is not required, he can only wish. For example, some problems are there in the world everywhere, right?
Yeah, I can't.
You can't do anything.
People that are
Within my that's what I was trying. So now in your case also, that is what happened, so if that happens to that person who will come for repair also, he would do the same thing, I think. So because it is possible for him to do that. It is, I think, that's what I understood. But he will not, because some problem is there in some part of the world, he will not.
When I meditate, then I will send metta to
Everyone.
Whatever I know, really watch news, I hear about something.
Yeah, I don't think so. There would be any separation. But then, if somebody is coming, like you have come, I can't be indifferent just because you reach somewhere and I become indifferent, or he has come. That relationship would continue. But then, do you wish everyone? Yeah, you would. You would. Like from an ant going there to the beach, which stung me, and I said, "Bullshit, bloody how."
And he bite me.
The swearing wouldn't be there, because that poor thing. I was telling him that I am in its territory, so it's sucking the food. I've stepped on that, and what else can it do?
Actually, he lost his.
Yeah,
So he become handicapped.
he'll die. He'll die. So one life lost. So
I think we can wish they
let him get a better one. Little get a better one, right? So then, just for biting little bit, I did not lose my life. I'm operating exactly the same. That poor thing lost his life. Yes, Seryu.
Yeah, I guess I was just thinking regarding this special treatment. Even Buddha was giving this his charioteer, right? This chanda, something special, and he's gone. So there's always a special relationship. It doesn't mean
Why only that Ananda?
Yes.
Always been dear to Buddha. And even with that, he couldn't make him an Arahat.
But I was saying at death, he remembers certain people who do certain things for certain people. It's not like he does it for everyone, right? So
it's not possible.
That's a karmic.
It's not possible. Because how we see life, each one will see life in their own way. So you can't change anybody's viewpoint that life is like this. No matter how much I say that, oh, this is earth element, this is water element, fire element, and after 5 minutes I just see Bobby. I don't see earth element sitting there or water element sitting there, even though I keep on saying Patavi Dhatu. And I will tell in Pali only so that it becomes a very good thing. Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu, Akasha Dhatu. After 2 minutes, you ask him, is it Patavi Dhatu? He's my friend Bobby. So what happened to Patavi Dhatu? It went away. So till that discernment happens, see, the compassion, the true nature of compassion is selfless. When you lose the self only, you can be compassionate rather than when it's self, it is selfish compassion.
Yeah. Have some desire.
Yes, some desire. And that's see, I can be very compassionate with Shaniel because he has sponsored the tour. So what if next tour is sponsored by Viren? And then I would, okay, what should I do? I will evaluate, right? That evaluation itself is non-compassion.
Self-in.
There's not only self involved, I'm measuring mana. It's not a question of cattle class. Now, he's an Arhat, so he's not going to call me again. What will he do calling me again? Now, spending time with me for 30 days itself is a pain. So now I lost the business. So now I have to find another deal. So I will say to Viren, you want to become Arhat?
Or spiritual businesses.
Exactly. Why? Because there is self. If there were no self, you wouldn't care. And you are very compassionate to the person because you know the pain you have taken being having a self. So when it is let go, you feel, wow, why don't I help him to let it go? It doesn't matter whether he sponsors, doesn't sponsor, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Exactly. Yeah, that is what the actual realization of the compassion is. Because of that, your metta increases. Because now you don't have any fight with anyone. Because all that he has is a self view, which doesn't even exist. Or you have, or somebody else have. So that Tony, he is doing that thing. So you feel, if he didn't have self view, he wouldn't have been struggling here. Actually, he's working for a few dollars. But he has a self view. I'm doing it. But even otherwise, he would have done the same thing. But now he's doing with self. Now you're doing the same thing without self. That's a huge difference.
I don't know, that comes up now. Very different.
Yes, it's very different than just saying, may you be happy, may that be happy, may this be happy. That is not really anything.
And it wouldn't come up spontaneously before. Yeah. Now it just comes up spontaneously.
Yeah, because there's no self.
Deeply.
Yes, are you?
Yeah, a follow-up question to Shinyo's explanation about the kid. I think I had one more question regarding that. So, because you're saying you treat the kid, there used to be some very subtle anxiety that they have to do well and all that, right? That used to be there. But I'm wondering this thing, to which extent it was gone at Sakdagami and to which extent it's gone at Arahat. Because even at Sakdagami, you don't truly possess this kid anymore, right? So
No.
that would be less.
And a lot had gone by that stage for me. A lot. You know, it was very, very, like, I would never try and influence them or push them in a direction. Even if they were going away and doing things, like, you know, I wouldn't really worry that much about them. You know, I would probably miss them and want to see them from time to time, but even that was very little. You know, when I did it out of choice. But now, like, when so for some examples, like my son had his graduation, I went to that. And, you know, there's a few other events that I sort of went to. Well, it wasn't really out of obligation or anything. I chose to go because he's my son and he would get a lot from me going to that. But could I have missed it? yes, and it wouldn't have been terrible or painful, but I chose to go because I wanted to support him, you know? And now, like, one of my sons is in Sydney, another one he's traveling somewhere else. My daughters are both at home. Like, I can go and see them. Like, I don't feel anxious about them, you know? It's not like I miss them or anything like that. That's not there, that pull. But if I want to go and see them, it's because I choose to go. And there'll be something that comes up, some idea, oh, I haven't seen the kids in a while. I should probably go and see them. Like for this next 30 days or whatever, 40 days, I don't feel the need to go and see them. But I know after that, I will go and see them because I want to spend time with them too and be there as a father for them.
Thanks for explaining. I guess essentially at Saktagami, they're already not your kid. I mean, at that
Yes.
stage, they're not
Well,
your kid.
possessiveness is gone, right? So they're not my kids.
They're only kids.
Yep.
And at Arahat, they're not even kids. Because they are beings in the samsara doing what they are supposed to do, just like you and I are doing.
And even at Anagami stage, I really felt that.
Yeah.
They're just beings. They're doing their thing, going through their cycle.
Thank you.
Yeah, as long as Australia existed, there's going to be a hook. So then you can say he's gone from here to there, there to here, and then you can set all relationships. The moment you see minusing Australia, that is minusing the name and form with consciousness, so the reflection is not there. So does that remove the son from the father? And the answer is yes and no. In the deeper sense, he shouldn't feel father. But in the conventional sense, he would know he's a father. So he's obligated to do what he's supposed to do, his son or daughter, whatever it is. So that is not something he would be willing to negotiate. But if he were to ask himself, are you really the father? And the answer is no. Because they have come into this life on their own and they're going to go out on their own. Nobody can bring them and nobody can send them. Then their time comes, no matter what Shenial thinks, they might go much earlier to him. And when time doesn't come, he might go early and then they might go later, but they are going to go just like we are going to go. So it's a losing battle to say that, oh, I'm still attached to my children. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, there are 2 points I wanted to make to that. One was, I don't, like, the self is gone. I don't feel like a father. I don't feel like a son. I don't feel like really deep down any of those things because that self is gone. But, out of that, that previous relationship, then I know I'm a father. I know I'm a son. I know I have obligations to my parents and to my kids and to others, to my employees, but I don't feel like a CEO. Like, self is gone completely. So with that going, all of these labels that I had on myself are gone now. One of the last things that I felt very strong, was very strongly holding me here, was that relationship with my kids, because I had this, and this has been happening maybe for the last 2 or 3 months, where I missed the kids being young, young because they're older now. And one of the last things that kind of I really let go of deeply was that. So I was meditating and this feeling or memory came up, which was of one of my children. They were younger. And this really strong sense of holding on to that was there. And I was feeling the dukkha and the suffering, and like I was meditating and I could feel that come up, that strong desire to hold on to them, But then at the same time, equanimity came through. So like so deep, like really deep, crying, feeling wanting to cry and all of that stuff that is going. But then equanimity kicked in at the same time and I was able to just observe that and let go of that. Yes, sir.
So that is non-central, right? This feeling, because it's after anagami stage you felt this. It has
Yes.
nothing to do with central. It has to, also love at the soul level, let's say. It's,
Soul level, I don't know what it was, but it was that attachment to the kids, right? And keeping them, holding them when they're young and all of these things, wanting to relive that again and again. Maybe that might have pulled me back. Well, I guess not to a womb existence, but anyway, that was a very strong thing that I felt let go. One of the last things for me.
very precious to hear. Thank you for sharing.
Harry, you read in between lines. I really appreciate. Okay, the thing is this way: is like, do you have emotions? And yes, if you set a relationship, there is emotion. If you don't set relationship, there's no emotion. That's simple as that. So now, if a realized person sets a relationship, will he get emotions? And the answer is yes. Why and where? And where it is said. You look at the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. And Buddha says, Ananda, if you had asked me to stay back, I would have stayed back. And you didn't tell me. And he says, now I'm saying it to you. He says, no, I can't accept. Why did he do that? And why Ananda? Right? He is emotionally attached to Ananda, right? Otherwise, he could have asked his Bhikkhu Sangha, hey guys, tell me, should I stay back or should I depart? I'm 100% sure Sariputta would have said, please stay back. We want you here. Why Ananda? He's so hooked on to Ananda from the beginning. Two people in his life. One is Nanda, one is Ananda. He wanted to help both of them. So, if you set a relationship, that would have emotions. The only difference between a fully realized person and a non-realized person is that a non-realized person treats the emotion to be real. Even though it is conditioned, it's real. And he feels for it. So there's a feeling and there's a perception because of that. Now, a realized person, out of kind-heartedness, or whatever you want to call it, goes through the emotions, but not being really emotional. Because he can watch the perceptions and feeling. That's the only difference. So the mind doesn't exist in a realized person, whereas the mind is the forerunner for a unrealized person. Unrealized as in the fourth, that is the Arhat. So the difference between the Anagami and an Arhat is that Anagami still has a self view of himself. He is going there, or he has to do something. So now the question comes, is he on a sensual plane of existence? And the answer is no. But as far as his current relationships goes, it's in the sensual realm anyway. So the emotions that are driven will be sensual. It can't be non-sensual. Even though he can cut it off and get into jhanas. So let's say somebody's in his house, or like wife or child or whatever is dead. Can he enter into jhana? He can. To escape from this, he can go there. What if in Arhat? There's nothing like that. But he still loses the person. And that is very subtle. You should reach there to see it for yourself.
I guess it's sort of a death you have when you're ignorant. These things were still there. They came up at this stage, but it doesn't belong here. But it's there.
Yeah, that's right. Time's up here. I know that it's 2:40 here. Maybe we should continue on this tomorrow. If you have more on this, it's a nice thing before your arrival here. So you would have become an Arhat by the time you come here. All right. Good day then, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.